Okay, welcome back to Campbell Kitchen. Today we're making a wonderful Bronzino that's grilled with some green ginger garlic scallion sauce. I saw this recipe on Bon Appetit. This is not the exact recipe, it's just kind of my interpretation. It turned out pretty good. So peel some garlic, peel some ginger. I'm using a head of garlic and I'm just gonna peel off the cloves and then I'm gonna give it a light smash with the heel of my hand, and that makes it easier to peel. So just do it one by one. It's kind of a tedious process, but fresh garlic and fresh ginger tastes way better than pre-peeled or like already chopped garlic. So it does make a big difference if you chop it yourself. So what I'm going to do is get a big pile of ginger, big pile of garlic, chop it all up. And what we're going to do is fry it up in oil. So it doesn't have to be a perfect dice by any means. It doesn't have to be perfect at all. You could put it in the overcook. I mean, I think that's what he did in the video, but I'm just using my knife and I'm just going to go through it just for a couple minutes until it's relatively fine. And then for the scallion, I'm just going to thinly slice the scallion too. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can practice your knife skills. And I'm taking a chili pepper. This is a Serrano. You can use a Fresno. You could use Thai bird if you want to get spicier. You can use any chili. And it's completely up to you if you want it spicy or no spicy, or you can leave the chili out. But we're just going to chop up that chili nice and fine. We remove the seeds. We remove the membrane. So everything's all good. We're going to put it in a pot and we're going to season with MSG, sugar, and salt, and give it a little stir. We're using about a teaspoon of each. And then what we're going to do is put it in a pot, cover with oil. I use like grapeseed oil. You could probably use any neutral oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, whatever. Bring it up to a boil, fry it a little bit till it starts to bring on a little color. Some of that water evaporates, and then just dump it somewhere to cool down. So that's basically the base of the sauce. Ginger, garlic, scallion. You have those seasonings. Let it cool. And now for the Bronzino. This is a popular Mediterranean sea bass. You can get it at the market. And I'm going to show you the way to prepare it, which is cutting off all the fins. So I use a small kitchen scissors, and I'm just cutting off all the different fins. There's, I think the dorsal fin on the back of the fish has spikes on it. Be careful. You don't want to poke your skin. You can definitely get hurt. It's loaded with bacteria. I had a friend that actually got blood poisoning. Anyway, long story. Just chop off all the fins, so there you just have a nice clean fish. And then we're going to just make little scores. This is optional. It helps it cook a little bit faster. So I'm just going to do a few slices on each side of the fish. The heat will penetrate a little bit better. The marinade can absorb into the flesh a little bit easier. But that's basically the fish preparation right there. It's pretty easy, pretty quick. It was already gutted and skilled and everything. So, and you can tell that it's a nice fresh fish because the eyes are pretty clear. And the once you open like where the gills were, it's nice and fresh looking. It's clear. It's clean. It's not an old fish. It's fresh, which is very important. And I'm just gonna clean a little bit of parsley, a little bit of cilantro. I washed it, spun it dry. And then I'm gonna just grill. And you can prepare your fish anyway. I'm just throwing it on this little grill because it was way too hot outside to go, and it was kind of nasty. So I didn't use my outside grill. I just used my inside grill, and it's not ideal. You can just throw it in the oven and just bake it until it's cooked through. But I like kind of the char of the grill. And you just oil it up. You're gonna sear both sides over like medium heat, and it's gonna cook pretty quick actually. It doesn't take very long for this fish to cook. And now while it's cooking, we can make the sauce. You're gonna dump your ginger garlic scallion mixture once it's not hot anymore into a blender, and then throw a bunch of herbs in there. And we're just gonna blend until it's really fine. It's gonna be a nice fine puree. So if you want it coarser and chunkier, then you can kind of stop once all of the herbs are mixed. Or if you want it super fine, just keep going. And what I did was a little bit on the finer side, as you can see right there. So it's like a nice green puree. And then we're gonna season that, not the whole thing, but just little by little with lemon juice and vinegar. And that's gonna balance out the flavor. So if you added the lemon juice and vinegar all at once, it's gonna turn brown. It's not gonna stay green. So we just mix what we need. And then to plate it up, I just put the fish on any kind of plate. You have a little bit of that dipping sauce on the side. You can dump it over the top or just do whatever you want with it. I'm keeping it on the side just in case like my kids or wife or whatever don't want that much sauce. Do some olive oil, do some like crunchy finishing salt, throw a little bit more of the herbs on top of the fish, a little squeeze of lemon, a little side right there, and that's all there is to it. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.